So, excuse me if I ask Nalin to come a little later, as we have an advocate also on the panel, Anubha, and she perhaps needs to go. Anubha, we would be very much interested in listening about what is really, as an advocate, how would you really look at the budget with the Right to Education Act, and of course, the emphasis in the budget on Nari and Garib, and several of the categories that we have known in we understand in our own society, and particularly also because when we look at the question of the national education policy, where as I just pointed out that there are nearly a decline in the number of enrolled children.
Yes.
And the decline has taken place in some of the states which were already troubled with reference to enrollment, Bihar, UP, and also not to miss out the fact that Rajasthan could also be coming into the loop, because there has been a tremendous amount of decline in the number of government schools, maybe because of upgradation or whatever. So what does it mean insofar as right to education, particularly for the girl children, because this is what happens in our society if something becomes far more restricted, or maybe allocations play out in favor of the rich. PM Shri is not everywhere, and PM Shri could be there in a district,
Right.
and the girls could be there everywhere, and there is very little allocation on that front. And what's really happening with other kinds of students' aids in the schools and all that needs to be really looked at within the budget, which I think really doesn't present a very rosy picture. So it is fine that we have appeased, as Professor Khadria said, the middle class has to respond. And there are people who are saying that the middle class, which have been given all these benefits, are not going to really invest, and they are not going to buy. They are going to invest in things which we traditionally know whether that is going to really enhance our investment in industry and create more jobs. So how would you really take, what would be your take, pointed 2 or 3 important points, because we are running short of time. I'm sorry. Yeah,
thank you, Professor Sinha, for having me on this panel, and I really appreciate IMPRI's initiative that every year they do such a webinar on budget as far as the education sector is concerned. And see, this budget basically focuses on, I'll be talking about right to education also. Just for 1 minute, I'll be saying that the AI centers, the government has basically focused on AI centers of excellence, skilling, and expanded IITs and also the medical seats, which they are going to expand up to 75,000 in next 5 years, and increase funding for startups, though we don't know how it is going to be implemented at ground level, and the digital learning also. So all these areas, definitely they have focused on these important areas. And I remember that I have suggested also 2 years back, I have suggested that government should start increasing seats in IITs and medical colleges, because the reason being, it is not easy to create infrastructure. It is not easy to create infrastructure in 2-3 years. If the number of students, you will see, as far as IITs are concerned, JEE exam, NEET exam, there is an increase as far as the students are concerned from 7 to 8 lakhs in 2020 and 21 or 22. Now it has gone up to 10 lakhs, from 8 lakhs to 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs. And for NEET, there are around 25 lakh aspirants who have registered for the NEET exam last year, and for CUET also. For CUET also, around 25 lakh students have appeared. And for central universities, I don't know the budget which they have proposed, that allocation is going to help or not, as far as the central universities are concerned. Now talking about this RT allocation as far as the rural education is concerned, not rural, but as far as the RT education is concerned. So there are, Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, there are around 17 crore students who are still enrolled in the under the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, and almost 1 crore students are out of school. So we have to cater to the needs of those 1 crore students also. I don't know whether that figure is going to increase further, because earlier the children who were out of school during COVID has drastically now increased, and it has come to around 1 crore. I don't, and that is also not the actual data. There might be many other students who are still not in school, who are out of school. So government should definitely focus on Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, if which is going to be implemented for the implementation of Right to Education Act. As far as Right to Education Act, most of the schools, government school in Maharashtra, UP, Bihar, then even Haryana, they have shut down many thousands and thousands of government schools, which is quite concerning. And as you have pointed out, sir, in Rajasthan also now they are going to shut down schools, or they are also going to club boys and girls government schools. So that is also very concerning. So my request or humble appeal to the government, that maybe for next year, I don't know this year whether they are going to do it or not, but as far as the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan is concerned, which caters to the need of 17 crore students or 18 crore or 20 crore students, there should be more allocation of funds for implementation of Right to Education Act. Because if we will not implement Right to Education Act, even we will not provide aid to the aided colleges, aided schools, we will not provide funds for RT quota, that is 25% quota in the private schools. Many schools, I think Maharashtra, I will tell you, last year government has cancelled the RT quota for private schools, and we have also opposed it. And the matter went to High Court and Supreme Court, and they have struck down the order of Maharashtra government that no, you cannot get away with RT quota. Government has to allocate fund as far as RT quota is concerned in private schools. So they have to increase the budget for Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, for implementing RT Act, for implementation of Right to Education Act. Then only we'll be able to cater to the needs of crores of students. As far as KVs are concerned, yes, there is an increase, no doubt. We have been requesting for increase in seats as far as KV schools are concerned. That also government has taken care, and NVS also. Now Navodaya schools also 1.4 crore in KV and around 27-28 lakhs in Navodaya schools. So that they have increased, no doubt, but the budget allocation should be more as for implementation of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan scheme. So my humble appeal to the government, if they can focus more on implementation of, they can focus more on allocation of the budget for implementation of Right to Education Act for Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, then I hope in future more and more students will be a part of this education system. Otherwise, whatever we are investing today in all the schemes, be it Atal Innovation or Vidya Shakti scheme, no doubt, is a very good scheme where they're going to connect rural schools with broadband. So there will be broadband connectivity. The digital divide, definitely they are going to, as far as the digital divide is concerned, that will be taken care if this Vidya Shakti scheme will be implemented. It is a good scheme, no doubt. So until unless we will focus on Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, there will be no all these schemes, Vidya Shakti, Atal Innovation, Pustak Yojana, then PMRF, or the research and everything. Students will not be able to get the benefit of all these schemes. Students, especially from marginalized community, those who are from rich background, those who are from higher middle class, or now for middle class also the budget is very good. So there are chances that many parents will enroll their children to some of the best institutions as far as colleges are concerned, schools are concerned. But still there are crores of students who are out of school. So my that is the only point I would like to make, as requested by Professor Sinha sir, that you just focus on RT and Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So this is my input as far as this budget is concerned. But overall, it is a good budget, no doubt. And there's an increase of 100% seats as far as the IITs are concerned. From 65,000, now they are going to increase it up to 1.3 lakh in next 5 years. So that is something which I really appreciate. And that's all from my end, because I'm getting late.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So
Thank
I
you.
have to leave. And
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
wishes to IMPRI.
Thank you. Thank you for your wishes, and thank you for the comments that you made. Anubhaji, I'm sorry for holding you late for such a long time.